So every so often, I get really into another series, and this one in particular, I was waiting about like 9-10 months to start watching it, and it finally came to the UK 2 weeks ago. So with it only being 10 episodes long, I got it all watched within 5 days. So that's like 1 to 3 episodes a day watching it. And yeah, so welcome to Emily talks about a show about gay pirates, and it really good gay pirate show. Yeah, I'll get into more detail. Hi, I'm Emily, I'm on to the video. So first I'm going to start off with what made me want to watch this series, because like I said, I was waiting for this show for 9 months. So I think pretty sure, yeah, it started in March in America last year. Might have been other countries as well, but I know it definitely was on there in about March last year. So what made me want to watch the show? I use Twitter a lot, and I remember seeing a lot of like my timeline last year of people saying new show in America about gay pirates, really good, gay pirate show, gay pirate show, gay pirate show, and I was like, all you have to say is gay pirate show and I will watch. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's the only description I need. I will watch. And then I found out Taika Waititi's involvement in it, and I really like a lot of the stuff he does, like with What We Do in the Shadows, because I watched like the movie and the series of that, like the Marvel stuff, Jojo Rabbit, etc. I like a lot of the stuff he makes. So I was like, well, I really want to watch this series. So then I was like, when is it going to come here? I don't know if it will, because HBO shows don't typically come over here. If they do, it's on like Sky or Now TV, which is like pay extra streaming service. I was like waiting for it, and then I seen an article. I think the creator tweets out an article saying two hit shows from the US coming to the UK in early next year, and I was like, oh, that's very good. Pirate show's coming here. And I was like, oh, it would probably be like March or something, because when people say early next year, they mainly mean like March. They don't mean like straight away. But then it found out fourth day of the year, and I was like, that's very good. Turned out, I was like, okay, it'll be 1 episode a week on TV. Didn't find out till about like 3 episodes before the episode premiered on TV. They were already out, and I was like, well, I might as well wait for it to be on TV. That's what my plan was. Watch it on TV, then throughout the week I'll watch the episodes. And yeah, I'm very happy I finally got to watch this series. So the next thing I want to get onto, if you see me looking over here, it's because I've got like the iPlayer page on like a different screen. So I know like what to talk about, so I can see the characters' faces, the episode titles, and the episode numbers, so I remember like what to talk about. I'm talking about like characters and episodes and stuff, so I'm just like looking over, so like the mouse, I'm just like going, okay, so we need to talk about that, talk about that. So yeah, second, because I talked about what I watched. So next I'm gonna get into my favorite characters in it. So overall, like if I had to pick one character to be favorite character, it'd be Stede. I really like Stede. Because at first I was like, I don't know my favorite character is. Then I got to like the 3rd episode and I was like, I like Stede. The smart gentleman pirate guy. I like him. He's good. So if I had to do a top 3, so it'd be Stede, second Blackbeard. I'll get into like them two later, because I really like the Stede and Ed scenes. I'll say Ed instead of Blackbeard. The Stede and Ed scenes I really like. And third is probably Lucidius. I really like Lucidius. He was great in it. I just want to know if he's okay. Because, you know, like also, yeah, this will obviously be spoiler based. Because the way the series ended, when Blackbeard had like the breakdown over Stede, and then one of the parts that was like push Lucidius off the boat. I'm like, did he land into another boat? Did he manage to catch onto some rope ladder or something? Was he found by another group of pirates? Like, or is he just gone? I need to know the answers to that. So yeah, favorite characters definitely see. So I said top 3, Stede, Ed, and Lucidius, but they're all really good as well. I like the chef guy. The chef guy's good in it. I'm just looking at character. Also, what else is really funny? The seagull guy. You know, the guy who talks to seagulls and has like a seagull on his head. He's funny. I like seagull guy. So now I'm gonna get on to my favorite episodes. So Obviously I really enjoyed watching the whole thing. It was all very like well wrote, well acted, well told story, very, very well done show. But I think I have two favorite episodes, leaning more towards another at the moment. But okay, so I really like number 4, a discomfort in a married state, and number 7, this is happening. So number 4 was like the official like Stede and Ed first meet one, because they'd met at the end of episode 3 when Ed rescued Stede. But the first like full-on episode together, when you learn more about like Stede's backstory, and it's just like the first like scenes between them two, and Ed like being like, this guy's a lunatic, but finding Stede fascinating. I really liked the first scenes of like Ed getting to know Stede. And also number 7, when the two of them like they know each other pretty well now, where they go on like the treasure hunt. There's one scene in particular. Oh wait, going back to episode 4, talking about scenes in particular. The one where they swap the clothes, I'm pretty sure it's that one. That's a very funny part where they just like be like, I think Ed says to Steve, do you want to do something ridiculous? And then it's like, oh, they're definitely gonna be like swap clothes or something, and it's very funny to see that. Just like trying to live in each other's shoes, like not even hypothetically, really, they've got each other's shoes on. And this is happening. The scene in particular when it's like them and Lucidius, I'm pretty sure is there. I think Lucidius is there, yeah. And Ed and Stede are talking about like making a restaurant or like a gift shop. Making a bar and grill with a gift shop. That is a very funny scene. So them are my favourite episodes of the thing. Another thing I really like about this is the set design and the costumes, especially Stede's ship. Like the design of Stede's ship, so it has like the paintings and like the little like all the books, they've got outfits, like special has that like secret cupboard thing and all those like books. All the like little details around the ship I think is really good. I find set design and like production design really interesting, so I really like the design, like the time that's gone into decorating Stede's ship. Also the costumes are really, really good. There we go, this is why I've got this in particular. Episode 5, the best revenge is well dressed. The costumes in that episode are really good. Because they go to like the fancy meeting party place, and they like all the big wigs and the dresses and the fancy clothes. I can't think of any other like neckerchiefs and all that kind of stuff, like fancy jackets. The costumes in that episode are amazing, and like also like the hair of like the wigs and stuff, it looks really, really good. Also in general, like the design of just like the main crew of the Revenge, like their outfits look very like well done. Obviously I really like Stede's outfits. His main blue, like what he has in the first episode, I'm just looking over here to see if, yeah, it is that one, and also like the post for the season, the blue like jacket with like the neckerchief and the blue pants, the blue outfit he has, that outfit looks really good. Something I didn't know when watching this series, but I found out later on through watching like interviews about it, because when I finish watching a series or like a movie or something, I like to watch videos about it, like behind the scenes and interview stuff, because I like to learn more about the stuff I watch, and I just find it really interesting to know more about what I've just watched. And yeah, I found out that Stede was actually a real pirate, which I never knew. Obviously, I knew of Blackbeard because, like, big name, famous pirate guy. I knew Blackbeard, but I never knew Stede. So I find it, like, really interesting, the story of the gentleman pirate. I've been meaning to, like, so yeah, I find it really interesting. Like the guy has like a midlife crisis, leaves his family, leaves his wife, goes on a ship, brings his library and clothes, becomes friends with Blackbeard. It's such an interesting story, like the history of him. So one of the final things I'll talk about is something else I really liked with the show. The character development and the development in the relationship of Stede and Ed, I really like that eventually led on to the kiss scene, which I wish I didn't know that was coming beforehand, because obviously how long the show the series took 9 months to come over here. So I'd seen like so much like fan art and pictures and videos of that scene. So on like my timeline, like in one, you know when a show gets to the stage of the spoiler warning's just gone out the window and people will say whatever. So yeah, I already knew that was coming, but I didn't know what episode. So when it got to like 9 and 10, I was like, oh, it's going to be either of them. I thought it was going to be something at the final episode thing, but I was like, oh, it's this. And then like when well, I could tell the scene was coming because in like the outfits and like the scenery, because I'd seen so many, like I said, pictures and clips and fan art of that scene. So I was like, oh, it's this moment, it's this one. Now I really like that moment. Like I said, the development of Stede and Ed is fascinating because the two like very different people but have their own similarities. Say of like the family issues with like the fathers, and like Ed is like just even like the way they dress compared to each other. They both seem very different, but at the same time are similar, because while like Ed seems like, well, like looks like the big tough scary pirate guy, actually is a lot more like relaxed and calm and wants to get out of that like persona of being like the big tough pirate guy, and just what wants for general, and especially when he meets Stede. And I really like the relationship building of them two, which in particular, I didn't think the show would get as sad as it did, because, you know, the first 8 episodes are all very, very funny, and you don't think that the show is going to get sad. And then there's the moment in particular when Ed's waiting at the dock by the boat for Stede. He's waiting for Stede, and Stede doesn't show up because he's gone home to try and make a better end with his family, and being like just a better ending after finding out that they think they have listed him as dead, even though he isn't. So he goes to make a better end there because he just wants to live out his life with Ed now. He wants to go and live out his life with Ed. And it's just because Ed doesn't know that wasn't going to turn up, and that scene is so sad when he's still like go away off on his boat, and that led into like Ed's like breakdown, going back to put on his like scary, like all the makeup and stuff, dark persona, when in the final episode when you see him like just going like sad, throwing away Stede's like books and other stuff of his. But yeah, and then you see at the end of it, you're watching it, like he is putting this on. Ed's like just really, really misses Stede, and he's going back to putting on his like this persona to like trying to hide his sadness over Stede. And then you see at the end with him, the painting, him crying, looking at the painting. It's so sad to watch. But like Tiger's performance in that bit is really, really good, because it's like the progression of his breakdown over Stede is so sad but very well performed. So what I would like to see from this show next, obviously, you know, everyone wants Stede and Ed to be together. Everyone wants Stede and Ed. Obviously that. Just the continue the way it is, you know, be a really funny series but still have like a big amount of heart and a lot of like really good twists and stuff. I like the way it's going. I think it's a very, very well made series, and I am excited to see what's next from it, because I know the second season has already been filmed, and in probably start in America this year, so we probably won't get it here till like the year after. If it goes from, I hope so much it isn't the same like 9-month wait gap. I hope it's a lot shorter this time. Because I know for other shows that come from America here, like What We Do in the Shadows, that's the last season of that was a 3-month gap between UK and US. Because I think like 3 months, because I'm pretty sure it's finished in America in for What We Do in the Shadows, finished America in like not November, August, and then we got in like November. So like a 2-3 month gap, that isn't that bad. So I just hope it's a short like gap to get the new season, because, you know, like spoilers, and where it ended, like this series in particular ended on a cliffhanger. Well, a lot of series do, with Stede finding his crew, well, the most of them that have been abandoned, And yeah, just really wanting to know what happens next. So I hope there's a shorter gap this time than what it is from us getting season 1 to when it started in America. So yeah, so overall, very funny series. I highly recommend watching Our Flag Means Death. I don't think I've actually said the title of it this whole time. I'm just referring to it as like funny gay pirate show. Funny gay pirate show that is sad but beautiful but has a lot of heart. Yeah, Our Flag Means Death. Amazing series. It's only 10 episodes long, and each episode is only like 25 to 35 minutes. So it would take like 5 hours to only like 5 hours. Only like 5 hours to watch the whole thing. So it's definitely worth a watch. And with like the second season, like get a watch before the new season eventually, whenever that eventually starts. And yeah, very highly recommend Our Flag Means Death. Amazing series, very funny. Like I said, has a lot of heart. And yeah, so like, oh, and also what was I saying? Yeah, the big well done to everyone involved, whether with like the costume people, the writers, directors, producers, whatever, the cast. Very well done. You have all made a very good show. Just claps, a lot of big claps. So yeah, so if you know video people, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, follow Twitter at Emily'sVideos_ and the Twitch EmilyRoseLive. And I'll see you next time, people. Bye.